Canon 32. If any bishop excommunicates any presbyter or deacon, this man must not be incarcerated by anyone else but the one who excommunicated them, unless by a coincidence the bishop who excommunicated them should decease. Apostolic Canon 12:13, Canon 5 of the First Council, Canon 1 of Saint Sophia, Canon 6 of Antioch, Canon 14 of Sardicon, Canon 11:37, 141 of Carthage. Interpretation. Also in their Canon 12 and 13, the divine apostles say that clergymen who have been made inadmissible and excommunicated by their own bishops ought not to be admitted by other bishops. And in this canon they likewise ordain the same very thing, with some additions, by saying, as for any presbyter or deacon that has been excommunicated by his bishop, he is not allowed to be admitted and to be freed from the excommunication, not only by the bishop of any other province, but not even by any other of the same province and metropolis, but can only be admitted and be freed from the excommunication by that same bishop who excommunicated him in the first place, with the sole exception that he may resort to another if the bishop or metropolitan or patriarch, as the case may be, who excommunicated him, has by any chance died before the presbyter or deacon has received a pardon. For in that event, even a bishop or metropolitan or patriarch who has become the successor after the death of the one who excommunicated him may free him from the bond, and not anyone else. There are two things that one ought to note in connection with the present canon. One of them is that all those who have been excommunicated by their bishop, whether justly or unjustly, ought to abide thus excommunicated, and not dare to ignore the excommunication until an ecclesiastical inquiry into this matter has been made, according to Canon 14 of Sardicon and Canon 37 of Carthage. The sole exception is that if by any chance they should be condemned before being given a trial and summoned into an ecclesiastical court. Another thing to note is that according to Canon 141 of Carthage, if a bishop should excommunicate anyone because, though having previously confessed his sin to him, he later denied it, the other bishop too must refuse to communicate with the one excommunicating him, for as long a time as he does not communicate with the one who has been excommunicated by him, and this is to be done for the final purpose of keeping the bishop from accusing anyone without being able to prove the accusation to be true. But according to the Nomicon of Photius, title and chapter 9, and the commentator Balsamon, if by chance a bishop or presbyter should excommunicate anyone from communion, whether it be that of the mysteries according to Balsamon and Blasteries, or even from standing together with the faithful and from prayer in church, without any canonical and reasonable cause, the excommunication is to be removed by the senior priest, while the bishop or presbyter who imposed the excommunication is to be excommunicated by his superior for as long a period of time as the latter deems sufficient. This is to be done so that he may suffer justly that same punishment which he inflicted upon the other men unjustly. Hence, in the volume of the Synodical Records, page 11, it is written that even while the excommunicator is still alive, the excommunication may be removed by the synod if it was not imposed justly. Hence, Canon 7 of Nicholas also says that an unreasonable bond which an abbot when dying may lay upon another man in order to make him remain in the abbey, though he afterwards has departed. That bond, I say, in one that will not hold, and on this account that one bond by a prelate can be dissolved. See also the interpretation of Apostolical Canon 12.